Hey everybody, it's your lonely trans girl in the middle of the woods by herself again. Uh, I know I've been struggling a little bit with the decision to do that, but honestly can't stop coming out to these places. I really love it. Right now I'm on the KVR, and I said I had one more expensive surprise for y'all, and this is something that's helping me get out to these places. Check them out. This is Yoshi. He's a 2025 Yamaha TW200. This is a little 8-bit egg. Doo-doo! And so far I'm loving the crap out of this little bike. And I love this sticker. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I've even got it as kind of a learning bike to help me learn how to work on bikes and fix things. And I've already had to adjust the chain and adjust the clutch cable because I think bouncing around on the rough roads, things maybe get a little bit loose faster. I think the stock chain doesn't have any O-rings or anything in it either. But it's an incredibly capable, super fun bike, and it makes you feel like you know what you're doing. This route I'm on today is pretty mild. Still breaking it in. I don't want to be too rough on it. But the first couple of rides I went on, and it's just trying things out to see what it could do, and it's an amazing little goat. I'm really happy with it. Some things I got to learn to figure out. Like it seems to be idling high, so I need to learn to adjust all these things on it. But that's part of the deal of why I wanted it. Smart financial decision? Fuck no. Really dumb. But so far I'm getting a really good experience out of it. And maybe this will get me out in the wintertime and just sliding around the neighborhood, right? If I can control my bike on ice, I can control it in the mud. But even the little bits of deep sand and mud that I've done so far, it just seems to take it all in stride. So yeah, that's my new buddy. I still have Masami. Still planning to keep him. I'm not entirely sure the full plan going forward, but he's really good for long distance rides, and this guy isn't. And this guy's really good at off road rides, and I'm not confident on Masami on the and riding this thing on some stuff just proves to me I can do it. It's 100% mental, and Masami gets in my head, and I'm scared of dropping him, lifting him up, breaking him, damaging stuff, getting stuck. There's literally nothing to break on this one. There's no radiator. The engine's being built since 1987. Like it's just the thing's a tank, so I'm pretty confident that I bought the right bike for me. It's a lot of fun. So why don't we get suited up and I'll take you for a little ride? Well, I'm already suited up. I just need my gloves. Okay. Join us for a rip on my new buddy Yoshi. He's really cool. So anyway, it's supposed to be one of the last nice days for a little while. It's supposed to get some stormy weather coming in, which makes sense, but September has been beautiful. Like so beautiful that things have actually kind of caught on fire, which is not good. But it is nice to just have a few more weeks of summertime. But this is pretty cool. This is this is what I got this bike for, is just to try and explore fun little things. Like in the back of my mind with Masami, like the main goal was always to get down through the United States into Mexico, maybe Central America at some point, but just keep working my way further and further south. But given the state of the world, I can't cross the U.S. border anymore. So, and I want to be able to explore things that are closer by. Like, this is really close to my house, and there's so much of it up here that I can explore for years until that border's safe again. And it's only going to make me a better rider on a bigger bike too. So I can't believe, honestly, this is, I think, my third ride on Yoshi, and I can't believe some of the shit I've ridden through. And some of it didn't even involve a trail. I was just like, oh, I can pick my way through the trees. It's like, but I can get my feet flat down on the ground. He's less than 300 pounds, fully fueled, and it's just it's just a confidence builder because he's so easy to ride. He's so easy to maneuver. He's so easy to turn around. Like, he's got, like, his first gear is the torquiest, lowest. Like, I climbed over logs in first gear. It's just, I mean, you're in third gear by the time you get out of an intersection, really. But like I said, it's not what he's made for. So, and that was kind of the conclusion I came to, is one bike can't do everything I want it to do in the way I want to do it. And for some people, they might have that, which is great. But for me, like, I think too much. And I need something that I think I can do. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like, I get on Masami and I look at stuff and I'm like, hell no. And just a couple times I'll ride up to something and I'm like, oh my god, like, and my thought process is, well, I'll give it a try. Why not? And every time so far it's worked out, and it hasn't even been hard. And it makes me, like, really proud of myself that I can do these things. And all that expensive off-road training wasn't really a waste. I just didn't have the confidence to get her done on my bigger bike. And even even today I was moving the bikes in the garage, and I haven't moved Masami since I got this guy. And I almost dumped him the other direction because I picked him up kind of quick just by the handlebars like this guy, or I usually rest him on my hip. And yeah, he almost just went over the other direction. It doesn't take long to get used to how light this thing is. Like, it feels like I'm riding a bicycle, honestly. And so none of these things are intimidating or scary. And it's cool to see little offshoots like that and know that I can go check that out. My main concern, honestly, now is getting lost. I am out here by myself and I have a horrible sense of direction. Whoa, there's a guy. And but so far I've been using the Backroads map book app, and it doesn't actually, like, navigate, but it shows all these roads and all these trails, and it shows my location on them, so I can use my phone to pick my way around and see where I am and how to get home, which is really nice. It seems to work so far. As I haven't been out too far, but I plotted this little route looking at it today. Oh, a bug in my helmet or something. Leaf maybe? But I have little waypoints set, so it's like, and if I do get turned around, I can look at my waypoint and figure out the road to get to it. So yeah, that's a pretty handy feature. Although you can see I don't have my phone mounted to my handlebars or anywhere. This bike doesn't have a lot of mounting options. The crossbar on the handlebars is too skinny to mount my quad lock, so I would need another quad lock mount, which those aren't cheap. So I'm kind of debating if I want to do that or just get another Yoshi, or just leave it as it is on my everything's connected to my headset from my telephone, and then I just have my telephone in this handlebar bag. And honestly, that doesn't seem to be that big of a burden. You just kind of button, and then when you get to an intersection or something, you just look at your phone. So I'm not sure exactly the way I'm going to go with what I want to do to this bike, but I do know I want to protect it a little better. I want to get some hand guards and a different skid plate and a luggage rack on the back. Those are really the main things. I can't. Yeah, there's a ton of shit you can get for this bike. Like, there's so much aftermarket. It's insane. So you can do a lot of things with them, and I'm not planning on going overboard with it because it seems pretty capable just the way it is for what I want to do with it. But you know, foot pegs would be good too. These ones are tiny down. I don't know if I can get a shot of them while I'm riding, but like, look at how small those fuckers are, man. So they're pretty small. But one thing I've already found so far is, like, standing up on this bike, a lot of people say it's uncomfortable, but I'm pretty small, so it's not that different to my 500 actually, because a lot of people say that one's not very comfortable either, but I honestly think I'm the size of a Japanese test rider. So it's not terrible for me. I still think I do want to get bar risers just to bring them up a little bit. I don't need crazy ones though. But yeah, and then maybe a tank bag. I saw one on Fortnite, I think it was. That's it's kind of small, which is fine, but it goes sideways, so the bulk of it's from here to here on the tank. And one of the guys in the review says he has it on this TW, and it fits like it was made for it. It's just absolutely perfect. Then you can get your stuff, but it's not in your way when you're standing up or bouncing around. Yeah, I was really concerned about fuel because it doesn't have a gas gauge, and it's all like carbureted, and like I have no idea how long like gas is gonna last. So I rode it around, I think, for about 120 kilometers, and I didn't have to put it on reserve or anything yet. But I thought before I came out today I would just fill it up because I'm not sure how much further I had. I think I had like a little bit less than half the tank, like maybe a third. But I don't know when reserve kicks in or how long that lasts. So that's a little concerning that I would like to figure out before I get too far ahead of myself or like too far away. But when I went to fill it up just at the local corner store, it cost me $5. Yeah, 120 clicks on $5. This thing's pretty cool. And then one of the things I was considering, like, picking up just for peace of mind is like a giant loop fuel bladder. And then when you're not using it, you can just roll it up and tuck it away, and it doesn't take up any space, even in the garage or whatever, right? And I've heard the rotopacks kind of leak a little bit. And then giant loop one makes one that's pretty much the same size as this tank, so I could have a whole extra tank of gas. Because what I'd like to figure out is how to use these little back roads, trails, forest service roads, and try and connect them to get me places. It's like, see if I can get, like, you know, to the Kootenays through like these forest service roads, then over to Beaverdale, then up the mountain around Beaverdale, down to Farquhar, and like, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's possible. And even by myself on this bike, I don't really feel all that intimidated. And once I learned a little bit more about how it works, like, adjusting the chain was so easy. It's got these cam like levers on either side with numbers on detents on them. So I just did one click on either side. So the tires, and I said, you know, the tire's even because it's on the exact same detent. And it totally fixed up the chain, which has a lot more slack range than my 500. It was 30 to 60 millimeters, they said the slack could be in. I was at 60, and now I'm at 30. And that was only one click, so it makes quite a difference. I was kind of worried about it because it got loose so fast. But and that's the other cool thing, looking on YouTube online, like so many people have had this bike for so long that there's just about a video for everything you want to do to it or help you fix it, or like yeah, it's I was just like, oh, chain tension on the TW, boom, like videos just galore show up. So it was cool to have someone walk you through all these things. I think even the first service I was contemplating getting Yamaha to do it, but I think I might try it myself. I need a catch can for used oil, but other than that, I think I got everything I need. Oh, that guy had a bad day. I don't think I would take my Corolla through here. But like I said, this isn't a bad trail. It's the old KVR, so just have to run a train on it. But I like how it like closes in with forestry like so. What else has changed? I went through some drastic testing of this microphone setup, which is probably working fine now because I'm going really slow on a back road. It was the higher speed stuff that just made so much wind noise, and it was pretty nasty. But I took some drastic steps and I actually cut a slit in my cheek pad of my helmet. And now the microphone's actually tucked inside there, the smaller dead cat, because I can't really fit it in there with the bigger dead cat on it. So it's got the small dead cat stuffed in my cheek. I've got noise reduction on, the gain set down to 0 or -12, sorry, just as low as it can go. And it still sounds kind of windy at times. I actually put a couple layers of rolling paper between the dead cat and the microphone holes, which I saw a guy on YouTube do. He used some packing foam, like little thin styrofoam, and that worked for him too. But it did seem to make it a little more muffled on the voice end. So it's not a great microphone actually to try to get a good balance between clarity and noise. And I'm loving the fall colors and just the slower pace. I don't know, I'm not necessarily a speed demon, especially off-road. I was like, on the bigger bike you kind of feel like you have to go a little bit quicker to maintain your centrifugal force and your balance and, you know, say no to slow. But like, look at this shit, I'm rolling through sand and shit, man, and it's like I'm not even a little bit worried about it. Pretty cool. Bow, bow. Oh, that's pretty as fuck, hey? Nice. Very nice. No vehicles. Oh no. Maybe that's the road I go on there. Let me have a look. Yeah, so I can just take this road here and it can connect me up to McCullough. See how cool that is? That's my next waypoint. So I'll go up to Brown Lake and loop around and come back down around Fish Lake and then pop out there again. But it's that side road I can take right there, I think. I think it's that one. A little shortcut. Let's try it out. Oh. My foot peg was so small that my foot just fell off of it. I was in second gear. I probably should have been in first for that. I didn't know it was so sandy up at the top. Oh, okay, well, I guess it didn't go anywhere special. But look at this. Like, do you think I would even attempt to do that on my 500? Hells no! Brown Lake, sorry, that's the one. Hello. So I'll come back through that road. A lot of bombed out holes in this sucker. Peg weighting on this bike is so easy because it's so light. So I have a fluff on my nose. Fluff making me hit all the bumps. Go see what the wreck site looks like. Let's have a look. Well, look at that puddle. Be your first water crossing, Yoshi. I've done water crossings like that, where I go around the big puddle on him a few times. I don't know if this is the nicest wreck site I've ever seen. If you're fishing. Hey, but I got to a cool little mountain lake. It's kind of the idea behind when my philosophy of getting this on me was like, hey, you're gonna go explore. But it just got way too much into my brain. Look at this little bike. I'll just take him right down into the lake. He's so cool. I love you, Yoshi, already. What a cool bike. Oh, I gotta figure out which way I'm going here. Allow me to check my resources. So that way looks like it follows Brown Lake FSR. All the way ups and arounds. Whereas this one will take me to the top of Brown Lake and down around near Fish Lake. Alright. Fisher people doing some fishing stuff. It's cool. What a fun ride. This is so cool. It's so close to my house, like I don't even need to commute. Ride on the highway for 6 hours to get there. It's right here. I'm imagining this is it. I'm just going to go down here for a bit and then check my map. A little bit of mud on your big fat tires. Do, 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 do. You out. I'm pretty sure I'm on the right track. Like I said, the Yoshi Android thing is like, it's really the same price as a mount for my phone. I'm almost thinking, why don't I get that? Because I can run the Backrooms Netbook on that. Not sure where you can put all this stuff, because I said there's not a lot of spots to mount stuff. And the handlebar's kind of full of crap. It's not, there's no bars anywhere. Cool. This is so cool. I love this. It's just like not even a tiny bit feels scary. I mean, maybe the getting attacked by a wild animal or something. As far as the riding the bike goes, like, don't feel concerned. Which is just incredibly cool. Oh, that's so cool. This is awesome. But all this stuff, like, I don't think I would be having a good time on my CB through this. Like, I could do it, but I'd be puckering a little bit. Look at that fat bird. Hey, fat bird. Are you gonna make me drive through the water, or can I come around the outside? What do you say? Gonna share the lane, or what? No? You okay? Hey, you okay, buddy? Well, I don't want to disturb you. I don't know what's under here either, though. Ground to a halt because of a pheasant. It's okay. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, buds. Cool. This must be Fish Lake. That pure plant smell. It's so nice. This thing definitely punches above its weight. Whee! Rocky, muddy, whoopy. I don't think I'd be saying wee if I was on my 500. I'd be like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Look at this. The thing just goats over fucking everything. Like, T-Dub doesn't care, man. Point it where you want it to go. And it pretty much does it for you. Wow, what a cool little trail. Oh, this is neat. Whoop, bloop. Whoa. That was a little slippery. Even a little slip and slidey, like, I don't know, it's just not scary like it is on the big bike. Are you shitting me? Oh, that's great. Around the rim. T-Dub in the woods, fa la la. T-Dub in the woods, fa la la la. Oh dear. Sorry, Yoshi. I try to keep you clean and tidy and not too beat up before your service. But, you know, there we are. That was cool. What a neat little loop. And there's just hundreds of those up here. Stoked. And this thing is just so well suited for all this stuff. It's just the most fun I've had on a bike in a very long time. Like, doing this kind of thing was what was in my mind when I bought Masami. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna blast all the way across Canada, but then I can get on the dirt and hit the trails and go camping. And it's just mostly not a reality for me. I don't have the skill level for that. But I seem to have plenty of skill level for this little bike. So, like I say, it's probably like 99% mental, and I'm a person with mental health issues, so it doesn't take a lot to convince me that I'm not good at something. So, I said, this is an investment in my self-esteem. Okay, everybody, so just heading back down McCullough Road. I'm gonna head back home and see what my puppy's doing. Thank y'all for joining me, if anyone did. Thanks for greeting Yoshi. He's one of my new best buddies. Who needs a boyfriend? I got a dog and 2 awesome motorcycles. I think that's where my focus should lie, honestly. It gives me a lot more joy. Alright, so I'll talk to you next time. Not sure. It's kind of the end of the season. I don't have any holidays left, but as I said, there's lots of these little offshoots I'll go check out and explore until the snow flies. And then, I don't know, we'll see what this thing's like in the snow, maybe. I've seen people riding them around in the snow. But all this, even this, like, doesn't... Like, I remember this little switchback corner kind of feels intimidating on Masami, because he drifts around on the loose gravel, and this one doesn't. Anyway, I have years and years and years and years to talk about how awesome this bike is. You don't need to hear it all right now. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.